Attention on me, call me you took my strength. How I can't forget them folks, but try to leave my way. I mean it. Memphis Rocky, hear your father, turn your cheek, don't fight. I'm rapping my tail off, I'm shipping the mail off. I'm getting my prayers off, taking my hands off. I wake in the morning.
All right, let's go, let's go. Welcome in. All right, welcome in, welcome in. Let's go, let's go. W's in the chat. Happy Wednesday. Game time, baby.
KB, that there 1K, tell them twin identical. Pride on minimal life behind these bars, my album criminal. I can't do.
All right, where are all the 8-figure traders at? Hey. What? All right, Z Gamer in the building, only bands. Let's go, let's go. Where the 8-figure traders at? If you're an 8-figure trader today, claim it with a W or an 8. Gang, gang, 8-figure gang, 8-figure gang. All right, let's go. Let's go. Energy in the building. Mod Squad's here. What up, Clubhouse? How we feeling? How we feeling? What's up, Carlos? Captain in the building. What's up, noobs? Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you, good to see you. Yay. All right, how y'all feeling? How you guys doing? Everybody good? Everybody good? Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, whoa. Oh. How we doing? How we doing? Yeah, yo, welcome in. OCOE. All right. Mason in the house. Let's go. What up, Mason? What up, Aaron? What up, Shane? OGH in the building. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I need peace. I need love. What up, Yogi? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Let's go. What up, SK? Tim Trades in the building. What's up, Rich? What up, Valerio? Ben Bennett in the building. Exit Strat is here. Let's go. Badio Life in the house. DJ Scratches. What up? What up? How you guys doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Good to see y'all. Welcome back to another New York live session here. We are just about ready to roll here. Yeah, just about ready. How you guys? Wow. Danny Cash in the house. Let's go. Let's go. What up, Arrow Sassy? What's up, Vicky? Price Action Kev in the house. 8-figure trader in the building. A lot of them. A whole lot of them. What up, Vince? All right. What's up? Oh, my goodness. All right. We got motion. All right. Let me get myself organized here. And I think we're just about ready to roll. Just about ready. Let's see. One or two more. There we go. Boom, boom. All right, let's let everyone that's been living under a rock know that we are live. One moment. Imagine being in the clubhouse and not knowing when we're going live. Holy! All right, New York session is now live. All right, let's do this, man. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Good to see everyone here. Vivian Young in the house. Positive Mind is here. Let's go. What's up, Certified? The real G's. Ken Hart is here. What up, Tommy? What up, Serge? All right, it's just gonna keep going. Man, while we got the motion, why don't I pray real quick and then we'll start our day here, right? Let's do it. Father God, we thank you for another day, Lord. Let us rejoice and be glad in this. If anyone has woken up on the wrong side of the bed, Lord, I pray that you would just move them right now. Just shift their mindset, shift their attitude. We thank you for bringing us here, Lord. I pray that you would use this time wisely to impact, inspire, and educate others. I thank you for speaking through me, through this microphone. I pray, Lord, that the words don't fall on deaf ears today. So I thank you, Lord. I will continue to show up, for I know that there is a couple people listening. But Lord, I pray that you would open up ears, open up hearts and minds today so that they would receive a message from you. I thank you for allowing us to do this, and we give you the glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I really do. I really pray that the message doesn't fall on false ears. Unfortunately, I know the numbers. But you know what? I'll keep showing up, because I know the numbers, right? So even though maybe 80% of people aren't going to listen, 20% will. And even if 2% will, I'll still show up here and come up with greatness every single day. So good to see you guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Again, it is Wednesday. It is February 25th. So yeah, we're moving along here. Last week of the month here. We don't have too much going on this week. Not really much at all going on today. You'll have some crude oil inventories a little bit later, but that's about it. You know, all this other stuff is just little yellow folders, a couple little speeches that are going on here. So nothing too crazy in the headlines for the U.S. dollar here today. Tomorrow we'll have that unemployment claims at 8:30, and that's pretty much it. So it's been a pretty low volume week here, but I think we should start ramping up here today. So let's go ahead and dive into the charts. And if you guys can do me a favor, give the stream a like, sub to the channel. Why don't we just get it done? Just get it done right away. Yeah, right away. All right, let's get over to the charts here. Let's go. Philippe is ready. My goodness, Philippe. My goodness, this guy comes prepared. And he brings chicken wings. Gotta love this dude. With a six-pack. Gotta love it. All right, let's begin here. If you guys can, like I said, give the stream a like. More importantly, sub to this channel and study this channel. Study this channel really well. Go through the live streams. Study the breakdowns. Like really educate yourself here. All right. Talk to me on the music real quick. Philippe, how we looking on the music, or how we sounding? I think we're just about ready to go here. Yeah, we good? We good? Music good? All right, cool. All right, I'm going to lower it just a little bit more. That should be good. All right, cool. All right, let's talk about it here. Let's move over to the daily. Let's talk gold. Let's talk NQ like we do every day. And let's see what we can come up with here on this lovely Wednesday, the 25th of February. So let's move along here. So the daily here, we did close bearish it there yesterday. So we actually did get a bearish closure here on gold on the daily time frame, and that has given us a resistance, right? So all in all, like if this candle does want to make its top wick here today, you know, that should be in place, and now we should possibly continue to move bearish, right? According to the resistance that was created right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 4 hour, see if there's any signs that we can potentially move down here, right? So 4 hour time frame did close bearish, right? So we actually do have a bearish closure, but we are rejecting, right? So somewhere along here we're starting to reject. Maybe it's the zone over here at 78. We'll have to look at the 1 hour or some of the lower time frames in order to get a better look at that. But again, resistance on the daily. You have resistance here on the 4 hour. Above that is a lot of clean range. So if the 4 hour does want to create support here, right, and close above, then I think we are looking at really nice buys throughout the session after the 4 hour closes here today. So we'll see about all that. We are bearish though until we break the highs. So I know we're rejecting. So let's go see what that rejection looks like here. Yeah, 1 hour, nice little 1 hour inverted celery. So I think everything looks good, but you have this previous support sitting right here at 52.02. So we're definitely going to need to like close above that on the 1 hour here. You also have some resistance here as well at 52.12. So let's take a look at all that on the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute, yeah, you got the resistance here. I guess we could say we got support sitting here. We could lower that to 5,200. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So in order for me to take a buy here, we have a bearish 4 hour bearish daily. I'm going to need a range to buy, right? So how do we take a range to buy here? Well, this is the first one, so we wouldn't really take this one here. If we get some sort of a retracement, right, where price comes back down, creates support, maybe around these levels right here, right? Maybe we don't go down towards 5,200, but maybe we set up shop somewhere along this line here. If we can get a support, right, created above that, then I think that looks pretty good. So what will that look like? Probably something like this. You'll get a bearish candle closure and then followed up by a bullish closure, right? And I think we can start to take the buys from here if we get that play, right? There's another support here, maybe a tap into it, use it as a rejection zone, and then we can take buys straight off that support right there. Now, the buys will be a little tough if we have to take them here, right? Because now if you have to take them here or something, you got all that resistance right there to the left, right? So we really want to see the buys, or at least take the buys from lower, right? Somewhere down towards 5204, 5203, somewhere in that range, where we have a little bit more room to go up, right? Other than that, 4 hour is bearish. So I know it looks like we can't go back down, but you know, we certainly can, right? So if this candle finishes up making this top wick and we decide to move down, you'll start to get, I'm sorry, this is the 4 hour here, you'll start to get a push back down here. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Overall, 1 hour starting to, you know, really run up, get a little overextended at this point. 30-minute is okay. I much rather wait for the range 2 here. We don't have that much distance anyway. So let's see if we can get a little support on the 15. And if not, then closures back below look pretty good. Pretty good here. So some sort of a closure back below this range here looks phenomenal for sells, right? That'll be that 4 hour candle creating its top wick and then coming back down to fill the range there. So that looks good too. We'll see what we get. We'll have to wait on these candles. The candles will guide us here today. So just watch the candles. Take your time. Be patient. Be disciplined. Don't jump on any half-ass setups, any cheap setups that you know there could be a better one at some point throughout the session. So, all right. So I think we're going to treat this, or I'm going to treat this as a little bit of a observation zone. If we can wick into here and then remain above, like I mentioned, like even something like this, you wick in, you remain above, right? Then the next candle kind of does the same thing, closes bullish. Then I like that. I think that we're going to reject that area and overall move up here. So let's pay attention to what we do in this range if we do come back in there. And then, like I said, sells below 5,200 look good. And then anything above 5,203 that gives us structure, meaning a new support, right? Then those look really good for buying opportunities. So we'll stick to that. We'll stick to that, my friends. Yup, it's simple here today. It's simple. All right. So that's that. If you're in the buys, best of luck. I think the buys are much better here on the 1 hour time frame, right? Right down here at 5,200 to take the buys moving up. If you are not in, or if you're still in those, great job. But there's no really new solid A+ buys over here. All right. So if you're in, awesome. If you're not in yet, don't force anything. Wait for your opportunity with me and just hang tight. You can wait with me. All right. I'm waiting too, and we'll see if we can get a good A+ setup to come right into our lap here. All right. Cool. All right. Sweet. That's that. Let's move over to the NASDAQ here. Let's take a look at NQ and let's see what we got cooking. Let's get rid of the ranges from yesterday, although they probably still apply here today. We're actually closing above that zone. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah. Closure above, like, resistance here would be awesome, but let's talk about the whole thing here, right? So daily time frame, just nasty on NQ, right? A lot of consolidation. All you see here is bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, and now who knows what this candle wants to do. Kind of looks like our position on gold the other day, where price moved up a little bit but didn't really go, to the full extent. So you never know what's going to happen here. You're all rangy, right? You got support sitting here, resistance is here, so this candle is up for grabs today, right? I don't know, that has no true direction outside of the fact that our previous candle closed bullish, right? So we are going to be bullish based off of that. Let's go down to the 4 hour here. Let's see what we got cooking. So 4 hour, you got a lot of clean range, man. I wanted this range here yesterday in Asian session. We never really closed above. We don't have much of a lower wick on that 4 hour, so keep that in mind. 1 hour candles have been moving up here too. So let me see, 112. Yeah, that zone still. Let's move that up a little bit. Let's take a look at that 30-minute time frame. Yeah, everything looks good to continue moving bullish here. So I think if we can get a closure now back above the range here, so we're rejecting the range a little bit. If we can now get a good closure back above, then that looks good. And the reason I want to wait for that closure is because we still have no bottom wick on the 4 hour chart, on the 4 hour candle, right? So at any point, if we don't get that closure above, we may move down and go ahead and snag that wick, right? It's like sitting right here. So we don't really want to get faked out on that. All right, so that's it. Let's see what we do if we can close back above the range here. We have a lot of clean traffic with the NASDAQ on the 30-minute, 15-minute, all the time frames here. So very, very clean move potentially to come up. But let's stay patient because that 4 hour candle with no bottom wick could be an issue here. All right. So that is that. Let me see about these sells here. Let's take a look. We got support here. Let's take a look at what that looks like on the 4 hour. Yeah, I don't know. Sells are all right. They're okay. Probably not too interested in the sells here at the moment unless we get a closure back below 11. Any closures back below 11, that means that that 4 hour should come hunt its own bottom wick there, and come get lower wick. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Any questions? Goldie looks good though, for a little pullback, and NQ looks phenomenal above 50 here. So we'll wait on that. We shall wait. Meaningful. I'm not sure what that means, Elizabeth. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, top 1 account and you couldn't do it in your area? Yeah, I'm not sure. If you can get top 1 future, top 1 forex, maybe I can get you that account. I'm trading forex. The 1 hour closes, 4 hour closes soon. I need some advice on how to handle this. Pick a side. You either analyze off your 9 a.m. candle, or you stick with us, right? And you just analyze off the 10 a.m. closure. It's up to you, but one thing I would do is pick it and stick with it. So that's what I had to do. So there was a time where I traded basically, I think it was Dominion Markets had the 10 a.m. closure, and then I think it might have been like My Forex Funds or something like that, where they had the 9 a.m. closure, and then Dominion had the 10 a.m. closure, right? So which one do I pay attention to? Which one's better? Which one's right? There is no better. There is no right. I would just stick with one and boom, make your trading decisions off of that one. Because otherwise you'll be confused. You'll confuse yourself a little bit, and you'll say, "Oh man, this candle is still open, but that one closed." So why not just stick to one viewpoint and then operate from that angle? Sometimes there's like really nothing we could do. Do I think we will have Iran news today? News about what? Like, I don't know. I'm not too sure. All I know is that if a good playbook setup shows up and we get the closures we're looking for, Iran, Cyran, Myran, Hiran, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're just going to go with that price action. So, it would be nice to maybe hear about what's going on, but we don't really need it, right? Because again, keep in mind, we are capitalizing off one 15-minute candle, one 30-minute candle, right? So the war in Iraq or Afghanistan or Iran, it definitely does play a role, but I'm not so like obsessed with, what the news will come out like, and, learning all about it and reading all into it. So I don't know. I think I seen something about US striking Iran, so we'll see. But I'll be honest, I wouldn't pay attention too much to that stuff, guys. I really wouldn't. Think about it. You still like, some people are still struggling on what a good onion looks like, yet they're doing all the research of what's going on in Iran today. It's like, dude, why don't you just actually learn the playbook? I don't know. What did Trump say in his speech? I have no idea. That's another thing. I have no idea. He said blah 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 blah, and then they just clapped for 5 minutes. And then he went down. He said blah 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 blah, and then they clapped for another 5 minutes straight. And blah 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 blah. And it's just like a bunch of like alienoids just speaking and clapping, speaking and clapping. All right, Goldie back up here. Goldie back up. Did I take the Asian? Nah, I actually missed the Asian trade, but a lot of the other guys and girls got it. Yeah, I was a little too late to the party. Whoever Trump's plastic surgeon is, you got to get that guy. Imagine getting shot in the ear and then no evidence of it. I mean, that ear looked good last night. That ear looked great last night. Show it. Yeah. Hey, the best part is when you stay out during the news, you never have to worry about the news. You just get the little result, and then you follow the price action after. It's amazing. Can we say that we could look at the previous 1 hour to guide us for direction? Yes, absolutely. But not just the 1 hour, right? So then you got to, I think you have to correlate all the time frames. If you want the best precision, like the best precise entries and exits and ideas and all that good stuff, I think you need to use all the time frames. Get really familiar with how to tell the story between these time frames right here. Mainly 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, and 15. That's all you need. Green, how we feeling? How we feeling, greenery? How does someone create confidence in executing the system when the data now shows you are good? Is it okay to sit out of some trades? It's always okay to sit out on a trade. Always. Remember that. Nothing hurts by sitting out, right? And actually it helps because you get to see it, you get to view it, you get to observe it, right? Of course, in the moment it sucks. Like you're like, I want to be in that trade. Man, I could have made all this blah, 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 blah. You know how it goes. But like in the long game, you get to watch it, you get to see it, and you go, it is a good thing to be like, you know what, man, I could have been in that, right? And that's how you get better. So you say, man, I could have been in that. That's the third time I've seen that. And then let's say it happens again and you hesitate again. You're like, man, I really should have been in that. That's what's happening is you're going to start to observe that works more often than not, right? And then you're going to see it again. You're going to go, oh, here it is. I'm going to get in that. I've seen this work 5 times. And you're probably going to lose that trade. You're probably going to lose that trade because that's the test, right? Now it's like, will you execute again, right? Next time it shows up, right? And then you'll notice that, hey, 7, 8, sometimes 9 out of 10 times that trade shows up, man. That ends up working out. And that's how you begin to gain that confidence by not just collecting the data and having the data, but applying it, right? And actually working the data. Like, what do I do on a day-to-day basis? I just work the data. Right? And I give it time to show up and unfold, and then I execute, right? And then I put numbers on the board and I get another one in, so that way I can go, okay, we got more data to look at now, more stats. So remember, if you don't place a trade, you cannot make money, right? So you got to get comfortable with placing trades, and more importantly, placing the right trades. Which live broker am I using? I'm just using Tradeovate for now. Just Tradeovate. Do I only trade one session, 1 to 2 pairs? Am I a scalper, not a swing? Yeah, I usually scalp. I usually trade 2 to 3 sessions a day, and I'll look for one good trade in that session. 1 to 2 good trades, and yeah, that's it. I basically trade like New York, Asian, and then sometimes London. Sometimes like there's like a kind of like a afternoon session, like after this, that sometimes I like to look at if I'm at the desk, but that's pretty much it. Not power hour as much. I'm usually busy around that time, but usually around like an hour and a half after we all get off. Sometimes I like to, peek back at the markets and see what's going on. Let's go. I was waiting for one of you guys. I think you forgot to update the monthly record, Nick. Yesterday we had a win, but you've still given it 9 green days. There we go. Round of applause. Who was that? Nanny. Let's go. W. Finally. They only call me out on that if I lose a trade. They go, hey, buddy. They start calling me buddy. Hey, boss man. Hey, don't call me buddy or boss man. All right. I'll update the stupid record. Hey, buddy. You missed that loss yesterday. And I'd be like, hey, buddy, I didn't lose today. So when we got off, I found another trade. Yeah, imagine that. I actually used my skill. All right, let's update it. What do we got? 10 wins here, right? W, boss man. All right, 10 green days on the month. Let's go. 10 and 2, 80%. Let's go to our win rate. We got to add 1, so we're 17 green days. Is that what it is here? 2 red days. That I actually don't believe that. Let me double check that. Let me audit it. 1, 2, 3. 3 red days. I knew that was off. I knew it was off. All right, good year so far, gang. So we talked about, just continuing to ride on the momentum from last year, and so far, so good. We've been off to a great start. We've been pretty picky, especially in January, right? Very, very picky here, but ultimately moving along here now. So one red day in January, and then 2 red days here in February. But other than that, it's been all green, baby. Green. Shout out to green, man. Yeah, big. I started trading my live account on the 13th. So these are mainly just my live account. Remember this week we kind of, whatever, it was small little size with like 1 MGC. But yeah, everything's been moving along here pretty well. So creeping into the last couple days of February, let's stay strong here and use that momentum to bring straight into March. Green, I see you everywhere. I see green everywhere. You guys ever seen that horror movie? I'd be like, I see green. Why do I count the days instead of the trades? Because the days are what matter. At the end of the day is what matters, right? So not every trade am I green, right? But by the end of most of these days here, whether it be 1 trade or 2 trades, it looks like most of my days are just 1 or 2 trades, but yeah, the trade itself, I mean, remember, an individual trade doesn't matter. It's the bulk of it. It's the result of them. So that's what I focus on, because that's what makes the money, baby. How'd you end the day? I have a problem. I can't let go of my losing trade. I literally freeze up. Well, let me ask you, how's that working for you? How's it working, right? So usually how that works is you will hold that trade until you blow your account. And you don't want to do that. That's not what professionals do. So what happens a lot of times, if you don't have a stop loss, you really put yourself in a tough situation, right? Because let's say your stop loss is, I don't know, let's call it $200, right? And okay, price is coming down to this level now. I'm down 200. I probably should close here. But what happens? You move the stop, right? So let's make a little visual of it. So let's say you get in the buys there. You have a stop right here, but you move it. And you go, oh, okay, I got away with that. But now you're like risking 250, right? And if you didn't want to lose 200, then you certainly don't want to lose 250, right? So as that candle comes down, you're going to say, oh, man, maybe it'll stay, respect those wicks. But guess what's happening now? Now you're putting yourself where if that gets hit, you're going to lose 500. So again, if you didn't want to lose 200, why would you want to lose 500? You certainly wouldn't. So what are you going to do? You're going to keep doing this. And I'm telling you, that's not good. That right there can ruin families, believe it or not, right? I've seen this almost devastate marriages and families and finances, believe it or not, due to this type of action right here, right? This is how you can lose. You can have a 20K account and lose 18,000 of it by doing something stupid like that. So I wouldn't do it. It never produces good results. It will always keep you in a just mentality that you don't know what you're doing, and it's just not good. So if you take a trade, accept the stop loss, let it get hit, right? So if you take a trade and it's a buy position, right, and you got stops below the previous candle low, and those candles are coming down for your stop loss, just let it hit your stop loss. Trust me. So if you're in this trade like that, right, and you're in and you're green and all that or whatever, or maybe you're not green at all, right, price just comes down, don't extend the stop. Again, this is what most people do, right? They extend that stop loss. Extend that stop loss. You guys have seen me do that slightly, right? You don't see me do, oh, it's coming down to that next area now, so let me go again and go again and go again, right? It's one thing to spot some area over here and be like, oh, you know what, let me use that instead, and it's a couple pips lower. It's another thing to have price pushing down towards your stop and you just moving it like that, right? So try not to do that stuff. I can almost guarantee you never made money doing that long term. So it doesn't work long term, so don't use it short term. Got it. If it doesn't work long term, no need to apply it short term. It's a risk game, baby. I extended TP and hit my stop loss. Yeah. That's another thing too. You know, again, people have the same issue with price going in their favor. So let's say you're in that buy right there, right? And you know, hey, I should target this level. All of a sudden, price starts pushing up, and you're like, ooh, you know what? Oh, price could probably keep going, and you keep extending your TP, and then now look at this, right? So it's like that type of stuff happens on the other end of it too. So that's why you have to do the same thing we do, right? Plan your trade. Trade your plan. If there's no plan, then you leave it up to whatever, right? But if there is a plan, then you know exactly what needs to be done, when the parameters need to be hit, and what you need to do when they do get hit. So if you watch me trade, you will notice I'm extremely systematic, right? I go break even when the break even gets hit. My entries are the same all the time. My stop losses are always the same. My TPs, my partials, everything is systematically done, right? So if you can do your best to like stay in that systematic approach, and life will be good to you. Life will be good to you. Yep, predefined risk. What up, Johnny Gems? Johnny Gems is in the house. All right, we got the boys. Hey, how are you? What's up, Jen? Hey, Jen.
Nah, man. What's poppin', bro?
A bunch of balloons that we had for Alea's birthday. Actually, now that you say that, they popped them this morning. Pop.
Nice, bro. W.
Pop, pop. Magnus.
Yo, what's poppin', chat? How y'all
Clinky.
feeling? Good to see y'all. Good to
Yo.
be back.
How y'all doing?
Hey, how are
What's
you?
up, Magnus?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, Magnus,
Good
how's it
Asian
go? How's it
sesh.
going? Oh, bro,
Amazing
yeah,
Asian
good to
sesh.
see you in Asian.
Yes, sir.
Clay coming through. So last night, Clay came into Asian session, just surprised us, just blessed us with blessed us with discounts and free accounts and all that stuff. Yeah, it was good.
Yes, sir.
Magnus won an
Even
account.
won the giveaway.
It was
Yo, this
awesome.
guy
Bro,
won the
for real.
giveaway.
I gave it away though. I gave it away. I gave it away. That.
Yeah, what?
I had to.
The only Asian session, you know, like rare that you come to win the
Man
giveaway.
wins the giveaway.
Exactly.
Trading View. Actually, I don't even need Trading View here. All right, let's
Crazy
see.
to get that thing out of
Let's see if we can get support now. So we're looking for support above here. We're looking for closures back below. So buys above here if we can get our closure, and then sells below here if we can get our closure. Closure.
Yes, sir. Just gotta follow the plan.
That's it.
That's why routines are super important, man. You know, routines put me in a state of gratitude and positivity and logic. So when I show up to start my day, I can plan out a trade in that manner as well, right? A logical trade. So, man, it's super important.
Definitely.
Yes, it is. Why do I have a bearish bias for today if the daily candle is bullish? So let's go to gold. So the daily candle on gold is bearish. So you see how the previous one is bearish? So that's what I'm basing it off of. So what I'm anticipating, it's like golf, you know, you're setting up the next shot. So it's like if this candle closed bearish, then what's the probability that this candle goes up versus goes down, right? Now, I do see us struggling a little bit, like to get down, but that doesn't mean anything, right? New York session coming in here, like we could have spent Asian and London making that top wick and then starting to crash down. So I'm basing my bias off of not the current candle, right, but the one before that. So in this case, the one before that is bearish. Therefore, my bias is bearish, right? If we drop down to the 4 hour, we also notice that we have a bearish bias as well. So we talked about this last night in Asian about getting, you know, 1 or 2 bullish candles to come up and make that daily top wick, and then a 4 hour resistance to send price back down. I don't know if you guys remember that in Asian last night, but you know, it's trying to set up. There's some sort of rejection going on down here. So that's where we see what the 1 hour did, right? The 1 hour kind of pushed down. So now that we are struggling here, right, we're trying to see if, okay, maybe we can close below and look for those sells. If not, I have no problem taking some sort of range 2 buys because, again, on any given day, I am open for both buys and sells. So I can see, okay, maybe the 4 hour is going to reject and we're going to move up and try and close above and fill all that range to the left at some point. So I'm open to taking the buys, right? I'm open to the idea that the daily could push out of here, but In order for me to execute on that buy, I need a break and retest, right, above 52.03, and that seems to be what is trying to happen, right? So we're trying to do some sort of a break and retest. So if we can close strong support up here now in this new 9 a.m. candle, then I'm going to be looking for potential buy positions, right, above this range here, right, to kind of fill those wicks and maybe continue moving bullish. If we end up closing below, then I'm going to say, okay, cool. You know, the 4 hour may be ready to go. That resistance is in place. Maybe this is the current candle top wick, and now we can start heading south because look at all this clean range that we have coming down here, right? So, yeah, I'm open for both buys and sells. Those are the reasons why. It's just about letting the candles lead you at this point, you know, so letting it make sense, letting it kind of open up the story, so to speak, so that way you can, you know, kind of read the chapters and execute precisely.
Love it, bro. Yeah, I have a mixed bias as well here today. Same reasons.
Almost every day.
Yes,
Almost every day.
Yeah.
So just to give you a visual, like this for me is like a no trade range. So there's like nothing for me in that range. No buys, no sells. Anything above that range, mainly I'm looking over here at this clean candle. I like that range there, right? But I don't want to take the first buy, being that this could be where the fake out takes place on the 4 hour top wick. So to ensure myself a little bit better, not fully, that we will remain above and the 4 hour will continue up, that's where we're looking for that now. Break, retest. So we prove that we can get above it, but now we need to prove that we can stay above it with market structure. And if we can, then I'll take the buys moving on up there. Yeah, and
that's
then
it. Spot on.
Yep, and then anything below looks good. You got all this clean range. Again, that would be the 4 hour candle coming straight back down, daily candle coming straight back down. That would make total sense for me as well. So yeah, we just gotta wait. Just gotta see how the cookie crumbles here.
The lower time frame candles lead the higher time frame candles the same way the higher time frame candles lead into the lower time frame candles. So great correlation.
Yep.
Follow price.
Let's go.
Definitely. What's up, Conrad? Good to see you,
Conrad.
man.
What up, Conrad?
Conrad.
What's up, bro?
What's up, Jacob? How you feeling today, brother? I was thinking about you yesterday. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling a little better.
Jacob, my man.
And he hasn't missed a session. Man been in the hospital and didn't miss a session.
Jacob's
oh yeah, that's right.
He's a killer, man.
Savage.
He's a winner. He doesn't make excuses.
and
Jacob, bro, congratulations again, man. Super happy for you and the family. Praying for blessings.
You see, you got one guy, he goes, Nick, I couldn't really make it this week. I was in the hospital. And then you got another guy that said, Nick, I made every single stream I had no distractions. I was just sitting around. I was in the hospital. Yeah, you know, I broke my ankle or my wife was expecting a baby or whatever, blah, 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 blah. But, man, I was there. I was so locked in. This week really gave me time to I didn't have to work, right? You see how there's two different people? So winners and losers speak a different language, right? A very different language. And it's so easy to hear a winner from a loser, and it's so easy to, you know, distinguish between the two. They don't have to say much. They don't have to they don't have to say much at all, right? What you do speaks so loudly that what you say I can't hear.
Facts,
I can't hear.
You said on stream yesterday too. Winners and losers both feel tired, they feel lazy, but the winners do it anyway.
Get into the habit of saying, I'll do this anyway. I want y'all to write that down.
Exactly.
I'll do it anyway. Write those words down.
I'll do it anyway.
I'll do it anyway. So you're not feeling that good? Do it anyway. Right? You're a little tired in the morning? Do it anyway. Yeah, you didn't get that much sleep last night? Do it anyway. You want to read before bed, but you know, it took a little while to put the kid down, and you know, now you're a little tired and you just want to chill on the couch? Okay, cool. Do it anyway. Yeah?
Really,
Fire, man.
It's all perspective too. It's I get to do it, right? It's the perspective of a glass half full, you know, win-win perspective for sure.
Yeah, pick up the phone and start dialing. Yeah, I kind of did sound like Jordan Belfort a little bit there. I'm like, who do I sound like here? Yeah, Jordan. There you go. I couldn't figure out who I sounded like for a second there. Pick up the phone and start dialing. Yo, nah, seriously, like if you're not feeling that good, and you've been working all day, and like, you've been just tired, and you've been dealing with the kids, like that's awesome, but do it anyway. It doesn't. None of it matters. Remember, the game doesn't care. The game really doesn't. I care about you. We care about you. We care that you're tired and all that. But at the end of the day, the game doesn't. So, and the game is the one that's going to pay you. So, respect the laws of it and do it anyway. There you go. There you go.
Let's do it.
Just do it. What do we do? Just do it.
You run into a problem, you're a solution thinker, right? Like, winners and losers both run into problems, but the winners have solutions for their problems, right? So don't be a problem thinker, be a solution thinker. That falls into having that glass half full perspective as well.
Glass half full, baby.
How do you be better at that? Well, every time you run into a problem, you train yourself to look at the solution within the problem, right? Every time you get a problem, you do that. And by doing that, you're going to exercise that solution thinking muscle in your mind.
You got to get really comfortable being uncomfortable, man.
Yep.
All right, gold. We'll see. Micro on gold? Yes, don't judge me, please. My goodness. I promise. I trade the GC chart on my live account. The only reason I trade the micro is just because there's a restriction on Top Step. So I've been trading that one. And I'd rather chart on Top Step Project X. It's just much easier to chart than Trading View, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or
definitely.
Trade of 8.
I agree. Yeah, it's bad. How can we still have restrictions? That's insane.
I know. Seriously, what's going on?
Yo,
Like,
I'm surprised, bro.
we're pretty much back to normal. Like, what?
Right.
NQ question mark. NQ question mark right back at you. Tell me, I want to know what you think about NQ. Because I'm looking at NQ on my other screen right now.
He always lurking.
So question NQ question mark to you guys. Tell me what to do on NQ right now and why.
Yep.
Chat got quiet real quick. Not a peep. Not a movement outside the clubhouse. Clubhouse. Just wait. Nothing. Wait. There you go. Here you go. The clubhouse will help you out. Wait. Leave it. Overextended. Yeah. It's going up. Yep. Yeah. So if we look at NQ here, right? We have just been moving on up. So sometimes, like,
Bro,
you just got to enjoy the show. All right? So I love the range. I really do. But I need, like, some sort of support. Like, I need the candles to support me by giving me a support at some point here. So the nearest support is way down here. If I buy here and I take a loss, I will not be happy about that, knowing that this is way too overextended. And by the way, the 4-hour candle has no closure yet and almost no bottom wick. So that's what kind of keeps me out in this situation where, if you don't get at least a pullback on like a lower time frame, like 30-minute. I know we got something on the 15, right? Did we even close above? I don't even think we closed above. Did we? Yeah, I don't even think we closed above on the. Yeah, so we really have nothing, right? So I know we got the support on the 15, which is okay, and I would be interested in that. But again, if this 4-hour candle has no bottom wick right now, right, and we still have no closure outside of the range, then I'm going to be extra picky here, and I'm going to need a better deal, right? I'm going to need the market to give me something really good, right, for me to get involved anywhere above 25,150. So what does that look like? Probably just like we discussed on gold, right? Some sort of a pullback here. NQ likes to do some wild stuff, so maybe a move down like this, and then a closure back above, and now I got support that I could buy off of. So I'd much rather take a buy right off this support level versus way up here when support is way down there, right? Support can't even hear you. They can't even hear you up there, right? So we need support formed, or I need support formed, right? And then I can look to anticipate those buys. Yeah, good question, though. Good question. Go with the full port. Go with the full port. Yeah. So yeah, so I would just stay out of NQ right now, not because I don't believe NQ can't, you know, move up and fill this wick. I mean, it could do whatever it wants. It's just when I take trades that look like this, they end up looking like losers. They end up being losers, right? When I take trades like you just see me draw out, those end up being winners. And if I'm going to risk 3,000 to 4,000 here today on this trade, then I need it to be spectacular. So we'll see. We'll see if we get it.
Yep. I don't want to take trades. I want to take the best trades. That's what we got to start saying to ourselves every day.
100%, man. 100%.
That's what we plan. That's what we plan for, the best trades.
Remember, if you're gonna risk a couple G's or a couple hundred, right? Why not make it a good trade, right? Why not make it a trade where you actually believe in that, right? And you have good confirmations, right? Again, you don't need much to survive with trading. 1 or 2 trades a day, you know, after you level up and begin to like use bigger size is really all you need. So why not look and hunt, right? Stay in the hunt for the best opportunity to make your kill. And then when that happens, you know, usually those are going to be good winning trades. So yeah, just try and keep the probabilities in your favor. If we get into NQ buys right now, we're not really, you know, doing our best to keep those probabilities in our favor. We're just getting in like trading junkies, like I gotta get a trade. I gotta get a trade. I need some money. I need some money. You know, so yeah, so that's how I be seeing it.
Exactly. For those of you who was in London here today, it was a really good example of like we could have taken that buy at like 330. Even though we had fall break of high and everything that we had there, it looked kind of good, but we avoided that. And look, we came right back down and just waited for the next best opportunity, which came around like 430, right? So that was good. That was good. What a beautiful example there of just waiting for the best and not settling for anything that's just okay, right?
Sure. That's why it's super important that you start your session with a plan, because that plan is you plan out the best trade for your session, right? So you don't have to just take any trades, because the market moving, anyone could just take a trade, but can you take the best trade, and did you plan that out, right? Do you know what that setup looks like, right? So that's why it's super important to plan the trade the plan.
100%. Do the thinking in the beginning.
Yep.
To be honest, gang, in the most humblest way, just do what I do. Like why make it any more complicated than that? Like Raja was making all the money. I said, all right, let me just do exactly what he does, right? And work towards being him. So that's why you'll hear him in my own breakdowns, in my own analysis. Is that if you go back to the beginning of when I first started the live stream, you can hear Raja like very distinctly in my own voice, right? So why make it complicated? Why not just follow the duplicatable process? Again, in the most humblest way, just do what I do, right? And then over time, as you do that, you'll start to be able to do that stuff on your own. But sometimes it's okay to mirror somebody, gang. Like that's how some of the best traders are brought up together, like, and put together. That's think about your job, right? They probably had you mirror someone. They probably had you work with someone for a couple days, and you know your job is a little different than trading. You know your job it takes like 4 days to learn it, right? But trading might take 4 or 5 months. So why not mimic someone, mirror somebody, not just take the trades, but understand the thought process and the mindset around these type of concepts and ideas, so that way you can operate just the way I do if you like the results that I get, right? If you don't like the results that I get, then you got to find someone who has results that you want. But if you like the results that I get in my trading, in my life or whatever, then why not just duplicate, right? One thing I did is I became extremely like duplicatable. Like when my mentor did things, I wanted to duplicate that. I didn't want to try and make up my own version of it or go my own way. I just wanted to follow the path. So
wow, that's so true, man. Yeah, just really have that mentee mind, that student and learner's mind. Always learn more, and just if you find the person that has the results you want, just act as if you're already that person that has the results. And then what actions would Nick do? What actions would Nick take? Would Nick wait here? Would I wait here? Would Johnny wait here, right? And like I drove yesterday and I heard a podcast, and that guy was saying that the average people is basically some of the most arrogant when it comes to learning, because they always see someone and they just always ask questions instead of just doing, right? Just taking actions and always asking a lot of questions. And I remember something with like, it was MMA or something like that. And it was basically like one dude came in, he just did what the coaches said, and he went much further than the guy who was just always asking, why do I have to do that? Why do I have to do this? You know, instead of just doing what the pros do and then get the results.
Exactly. So, mentorship, baby. Mentorship. Yep. You got me here. Why not use it? You know, I remember Raja, he went to Pakistan. Right. I was like, damn. I was like, I honestly, I took his time for granted. I can say that, like, confident that I took Raja's time for granted. I really did. Because when he went to Pakistan, I was like, man, you know, while he was there, I could have been more on top of it. There were times where I would set my laptop up in the morning. Raja would go live at 6:30, and I set the laptop up. The only thing was, and some of you guys might do this too, I set it up on my chest, right? Put it right on my chest while I was laying down in bed still. You know, what's the probability I fell asleep during that session? Very high, right? So there were many sessions where I did that, and I regret doing that. You know, I should have been locked in, paying attention, and I didn't realize that until he moved. And he was like, hey, I'm not even trading New York anymore. I was like, oh my God, who am I going to, you know, like, what? I was like, no way, I'm just getting the hold of this. Like, I still need some guidance and whatnot. And he's like, yeah, I'm done. London it is. I live in Pakistan now. I'm like, wow. So don't take it for granted. You know, while you got it, use it to learn, to grow, and, you know, to become the best version of yourself in your trading and, you know, in your overall life as well. Here comes our little pullback. See, we would have felt really stupid right now being in NQ buys, wouldn't we?
Oh yeah, definitely. It just makes sense. Too overextended there.
Those that heard me but say, you know what? Who cares? Nick's been trading 7 years. I've been trading 7 days. I mean, what does he know, right? This thing's going up. So any of you guys that did that, now you see what we're talking about. Now you see what we're talking about.
Bro, like I said before, arrogance. It's like always asking questions. Never just sit there and shut them out and just listen.
Yeah, it's okay to be arrogant. Just realize it at some point too. You know, like all right, you know what? I think that was right. I think I should pay attention to that or this or whatever. So.
Yeah.
All right, Goldie rejected the highs here, so that's good news. We have a bearish 4-hour, we have a bearish daily, so could we actually close below 5,200 here? We'll see.
Looks money.
We'll see. Wow, look at this candle. Straight drop.
930 coming. And look what that candle did too. The green one kind of broke the highs right there and then dropped down.
Oh, did Linda just clock in? I think Linda just clocked in too. Hi, Linda.
Listen, Linda. Yo, Linda, just listen.
Linda's been making the TT_profit page quite often here over the last couple days.
Bro,
she's becoming to be very popular. Website. Yeah, website. Perfect. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's see what we do. Let's see. Everything looks good. 30 closures here would look great. We came up, we were kind of whipped the high there. If you can close pretty strong bearish, we got 930 coming in. We get the stop, you know, a nice top wick for a stop loss. We got a wick to fill and a range to fill here. So,
sir,
we'll see. We'll see.
930 creeping.
It's coming.
Fair time to trade.
Linda, sort that out. Yo, my wife said, who's Linda? Who's Linda, by the way? Linda?
Good luck.
I just tell her, I'm just like, it's the girl that's like order filled. You just gotta be real with them, you know?
Bro, it's the, what do we even call that?
It's the order filled like chick, babe.
Orders.
It's the order filled girl. It's the lady that lets me know my order's filled.
How you doing?
Is there any way we can change this from order filled to how you doing? In Little Mo's voice? That'd be great.
We need Linda to give us a big hey, how are you? I'll tell you that. If we can get that, that'd be epic. Life changing.
Zoltan.
Yo. You should imagine putting in your own audio file.
Yeah, right. Excuse me.
When am I coming to South Africa? Yo, I'm coming to South Africa. I was on an elite call yesterday with one of my guys from South Africa, and supposedly I think you guys should put together a nice TT meetup out there, because there's quite a few of you in South Africa.
Yeah,
Honestly, I may have to make that trip, man. If it's gonna be like 40, 50 of you guys, and I gotta make that trip.
I'm down.
Bro, for real. I want to come there too.
Bro, a lot of people from South Africa here. Shout out to South Africa, man.
Yo,
let's go.
Yeah, look at that. A lot. You guys gotta link up somehow. I know like there's at least like 10 to 15 in the clubhouse. Never mind in the overall. I mean, YouTube is probably close to 100. Yeah, you never know. Close to 100. So yeah, look at that. South Africa in the house. Yee. Let's go. Represent.
Shout them out. South Africa.
Sheesh.
Yeah. I want to go play some golf in South Africa, man. I really do. I was on an elite call yesterday. He's heading out to a golf trip. It's like 16 of his buddies. I mean, pretty epic. They're gonna go for like a weekend, or I don't know what, a week or a weekend golf trip. Absolutely epic. All right, here we go, Goldie. Here we go. The momentum is coming in. Can we hold strong for 6 minutes?
Go.
Goldie can't stop, won't stop.
Can we do it?
Yo,
looks good.
Yeah, German, man. It's definitely going to be a little hard, like trading each session, especially on this Eastern time zone. It's going to be a little hard, like in the first week or two, like getting used to that schedule. But as you get comfortable with the uncomfortable and stay consistent with your routines, it's going to become natural, like it is now for me. I mean, like how I like to sleep now is in cycles. I've said that before. So instead of going into the full sleeping hours, I like to divide those hours up. But right now I sleep from 11 p.m. till about 2 a.m. and then from about 4:30 a.m. till like 7 a.m. That's my sleeping schedule right now.
Go. Sleep schedule.
Again,
that's the locked in sleep schedule.
Yep. Any change at first is hard, but as you stay consistent, it becomes easier.
Yep. That's like I said on my story, a lot of people, including myself, got into trading because they seen some dude on the internet flash a whole bunch of money on MetaTrader 5 or whatever and show the P&L. And you got to realize, gang, like, Instagram is the highlight reel. We all know this, right? Like, you're going to post a lot of your awesome things that happen in your life, whether you're a trader or a mom or a dad or blah, 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 blah. Like, Instagram is the highlight reel. So a lot of people, they see the money, and then what do they want to do when they first start trading? They want to make money, right? Because money is what kind of got them into it. They've seen that, okay, there could be a lot of money made. So the minute they open up their first account, they're out here trying to make money. Meanwhile, they don't realize that, and hopefully that educator had done a great job in like sharing that they had to educate themselves before they got results like this, right? So the problem is the new trader comes in and just tries to get results right away, not understanding that, like these guys just said, you cannot be good at anything, right? In the beginning, you've never done it before. So why would you think you'd make a whole bunch of money trading and be so good? You didn't think that for your, sports, the new team you got on your sports or athletic career or your job or your new class that you took in college or university. So what makes you think you just be a superstar coming into this? So you got to really accept the fact that you're in a learning stage, so take the time, 6 months to learn, and then maybe start to set some financial goals, right? But man, I'm telling you, if you just jump out the rip trying to make a whole bunch of money, you're going to find yourself getting pretty humbled pretty quickly. So, and then eventually at some point, you're going to realize, hey, I got to learn, right? So why not learn here? Like for me, I had to take 2 years to realize, all right, you know what? I got to actually learn. But why take the 2 years? Why not just start now and then, in 2 years you'd be profitable?
Facts, bro.
Plant the seeds now. My mentor would say, dig your well before you're thirsty. So you got to go ahead and start learning right now, right? While you still have a job, while you still have a window of opportunity, while things are still okay. Don't, get yourself stuck in the corner and then start scrambling on what to do, right? You got to lock in now. South African elite members? Yeah, there's a few. I think there's two. Two of them. Dylan? No, not Dylan. No. Dylan, man. How's Dylan? I love that dude. All right, here we go. 2 minutes on the closure. Let's see if we can close below.
Yes, sir. It looks fire if we do.
How much did I? I think you're asking how much did I lose? Before I became profitable, I lost roughly around 30 G's. I would say maybe a little more, probably a little bit more, maybe closer to 40. Probably closer to 40. Yeah, so about that. I lost right around what I made this month. Put it like that. You want to blow your mind? To learn how to trade, I lost about 35,000.
Tuition, baby.
And this month I made about 35,000. And that doesn't include last month or the month before 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 or the month before, the month, right? So again, learning stage, gang. Learning stage. Accept the fact that you're in there, and then in 1 month, right, you can make more than it took you than you lost learning the game. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Really, I think most people could shortcut their learning path or their path to earning if they just focus on filling the cup of knowledge before they kind of focus on the money part. A lot of people just come in only focusing on money first, and that stops their creativity and all their like ability to learn almost. So the shortcut would really be to just focus on learning when it's time to learn, instead of trying to focus on earning when it's clearly time for learning.
Yeet. All right, what are we going to do? We got a wick fill here, so let's see if we can get a top wick on Goldie, and then off to the races we may go.
I'm with it. Looks good.
We need a top wick.
Definitely.
Bum. All right, let's see if we can get the top wick, and then off we go.
Yeah, 4 bearish. Look good.
4 hour looks great to continue moving bearish. Great.
Yeah, definitely. You use the previous lows?
Yes.
We're going to have to now.
I need this top wick.
Yeah, definitely now. Yeah.
Break that high.
Current
One more
stops.
again. One more time. All right, there it is. I'm going to have a sell stop here. Break of the lows. Partials will be down here at 51.87. Let me just put this up. And then full TP, man, we might let that run all the way into that 4 hour lower wick. Boom, buy limits. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can get it.
Where you got your stops? Up around like 200?
Stops are going to be... Yeah, probably current candle highs. Somewhere back above the current candle. Yep.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, let's see if we can get some action here.
Good.
Break the lows, 930, lots of volume. So let's see if we can come down into that support, and if we can, this should run pretty good. I think stops could be back like 51.99. Yeah, somewhere back above there, above that high. All right, here we go. Can we move? Can we move? Slipped.
Yeah, push it.
Slight slip. All right, let's see if we can get into that support. If we can, then that'll be our break even and partials. And then, yeah, we'll see if we can keep running down into that wick fill.
Yeah, I got slipped a little bit too.
Yeah.
Money Goldie.
Looks like we got volume, I'll tell you that.
Definitely.
That 30. Oh my goodness. That
Volume, man.
The only issue on this trade is the 1 hour. 1 hour kind of at support, but again, 4 hour being bearish, 30 minute got room to go, 15 got room to go here. So yeah, that's the only issue is that 1 hour.
Yeah.
Let's see, can we hold the highs here?
Might make a steeper top wick.
Oh,
Order filled.
oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, stops are going to be random here. So using that current candle is going to be tough. You know, this thing can pop up. Maybe we could have kept them above the range a little bit. If you're still in, maybe stops above the range will be better. I'm going to take a little L here, though. So we'll see if we can get back in on another candle. But if you're still in, stops above the range look good. This still looks good to continue moving bearish here. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I should have put my stops above the range from the jump. Just put them back in there, but that's okay. John, you still in?
I didn't take it.
Okay.
I was waiting for a steeper top wick.
All right, well, there it is. The issue now is where's the entry, right? Do you enter on the flip? Do you enter on the break of the lows?
Yeah.
It's not that bad to potentially enter on the flip here.
I'm honestly not going to take anything here.
Yeah, maybe just wait for 45.
Because, yeah, I'm going to wait for another candle closure because 30 minutes at support, not as good as an entry as I would like now, so.
All right, cool.
Chill.
Sweet. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe if we get another closure. If you guys want to maybe on the re-flip of the candle isn't the worst idea, but that would be it. I don't think the break of the lows here is good, or just wait for a 15 closure. Yeah, a lot of volatility right here. Little trade ovate slippage. Yep, I've seen that.
Looked like it could have bled off. Really, the volume was going to come in.
Yeah, we could still melt off here.
Definitely.
We'll see.
Max,
4 hour trying to flip flop here. I can see that wick getting filled. I'll be honest on the 1 hour. So still
like
looks
up
good.
in the range.
Nice, bro.
Still looks pretty good.
Yeah, whatever happens.
Still in? Okay, cool. Yeah,
Looks
if you're
good.
still in, I still think this looks pretty good for the most part here. Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
I like
I can totally see that 1 hour filling this wick here.
Yes, sir. 30 minutes looking clean to support too.
Yep. Back above. Yeah. So back above the range was probably the best stops there. So let's see if we can make our way down, continue driving here, and fill this whole range. NQ. Yeah, let's take a look.
Yo, did man say I up that
Oh
5
my
minute
goodness.
candle?
Hey,
Bro,
yo.
you don't think I'm looking at it?
Bro, look at NQ. Holy. She goner. All right, let's see if gold has what it takes, man. We still got a lot of room here on the 15, so we're just waiting for more volume to come in. And I think if we re-break the lows at this point, we should be pretty good to continue down.
Straight drop, yep, looks good. 30 minute looking very clean. That's the cleanest here. Definitely.
Yep.
At this point. So
Can we
we'll
get
see.
that wick fill?
See.
There we go.
Boom, full CP hit here.
Very nice. Can we get the drive? Can we continue?
46 pips, that's nice. We hit like 30 support here, so
Damn, yeah.
I'm out.
I'm still in on my live. Can we fill the wick?
Yeah, same here.
All right, I'm
You know
closing
that
right
live, too?
there. Yeah, I actually didn't have a stop on my live, so that actually helped me. I really wish we had this stop loss above. Okay, so that's my bad here. So usually in this
Alright,
case,
trade.
I would have that stop loss above the range here. We should have had it there, not just on that current candle. This will usually respect the range there. So yeah, good move down. If you guys hung out, I'm out now. So like, and by the way, if I was still in, I'd be closing partials here too. Go and break even, all that good stuff. So I think we could still get this wick fill as well, but definitely partials right there. Definitely.
Yeah, that 100%, yeah.
Nice.
We might move down to that 15 support and kind of fill the week too. But I'm out there, definitely.
Yeah, so pretty much
Make you pull out?
the trade looks something like this, right? Where we had this idea. My stop here should have been up in that range, right? That would have been the best. So if you guys did put your stop in the range, perfect. It's only like 67 pips. I don't know why I didn't do it originally.
This
Yeah,
trade
good
was
idea
fire
though.
here.
Perfect trade, great idea.
Good trade, bro.
I did catch it on the live, but unfortunately this one. But that also could have went south for me on the live too if we popped up, right? So let me see here.
Bro,
This is
I was like 1 pip from stop.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. That 30-minute, being at 30-minute support and having a later entry on the 15-minute kept me out, honestly.
That's okay.
Yeah,
it
I get
moved
it.
down a little bit
Yeah.
too, but
Yeah.
My
Yo,
stuff was
stop.
sweating
All right,
too
bet.
now.
I think most people survived. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I had five MGs on that. $5,000 or $4,000 W right there. My goodness. All right, nice trade. We'll explain this trade in just a moment. We should continue down and fill that wick for the most part here. So let's see if we can get that wick fill. And yeah, that'd be nice. If you guys are still holding, partials is good. And wick to fill. Yeah, W.
Yeah, we coming down there. Sheesh. That 4 hour about to bleed.
See how we correlated the 4 hour and all that stuff and kind of put it together in that type in the 4 hour daily, right? 4 hour creating that resistance. Although we had a big top wick, we never broke the highs there, right? So that's what I was saying. Like, even though that 4 hour was so bullish, right? You can see here that as long as we respect the high, you are still good to go. So great trade, great idea. 1 hour. One hour was the only one against us there, right? Other than that, 30-minute close below, 15 close below, clean range to the left, wick to fill, high volume, beautiful, just beautiful. Great trade.
Yeah, great. Look good.
Very good, very good. Didn't get activated? Oh, snap. Some of you guys didn't get activated? Still holding? Oh, man, you're a G.
Brave.
Damn, bro.
Yo.
Top G.
That confidence.
Wowzers. All right, perfect. Perfect.
Yo, yeah, fire trade. Whether you got stopped here or anything, it kind of broke the high, so it makes sense too. It's like some get stopped, some get break even potentially here, but it was a good trade anyway. Just study it, learn from it, and yeah.
Yeah. I'm out full. Nice job. Perfect. Don't feel bad for me hitting the stop on this one. I made $5,500 on my live account. So yeah, don't feel bad, Danny. He said I usually hit stop loss when Nick hits TP. I feel bad watching that stop loss get. It's okay. I promise. I'll be all right. I'll be all right.
If you have a clip of me saying I'm not taking it, I'll give you I don't know what, because I didn't say that. You might have mistaken me for John. I don't know. I think you said it before.
Wow, there goes the wick fill, baby.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, fully out definitely.
God damn.
God damn.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, bro.
Fuck.
Shoulda played myself.
I should have taken it.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yeah.
I was literally about to pull my sell stops.
Guess what? 9:30 comes around again later and tomorrow.
Yup.
Yeah, I also understand not entering again for you, John. Like,
yeah,
after we already kind of broke the lows, because we were kind of right at 1 hour support.
I was thinking about the re-entry, but I agree. Yeah, too far down because you're sitting right here now, and yeah, if you weren't in from the jump, then it's whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
Hitting stop loss. I hit stop loss on my demo account. I'll be alright. Snap. I should have not taken profits. Yeah, and waited for full TP. Yeah, base hits, baby. We talked to Clay last night. One of the things that Clay said was, I said, man, give me something. Like, what do you see in common with everyone else that is winning, right? And seeing, and by the way, we asked Clay the numbers last night. Clay didn't even want to say it. He said, at one point in the stream early on, I said, look, guys, 95% of traders fail, right? Let's do this instead. And then later on, Clay said, when we asked him, like, how many, I think John said, what's the failure rate? And he almost did. He didn't even want to say it. He was like, what Nick said earlier. Like, whoa, like 95% of traders are failing out there, right? So, but what did he say that makes the winner trader? The base hits, right? The closing the 80% right there, closing full right there. You know, it's nice to say, oh man, I wish I could have held all the way down and to here, right? Oh man, like if price goes down there, but realistically, right, you know you would close right here, right? Or right here max. So you don't even want to give yourself like unnecessary FOMO there because you know, even if you were in this, like if John didn't get hit at stops, like if this one didn't get hit, I would have closed right here. Right? And then I would have closed full down here. So it's not like you can even say, oh, man, I could have, should have, would have, blah, 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 right? Those will just put you in position to, like, revenge trade and stuff.
Yep.
All right, very nice, very nice. Very, very nice. Little 55 Hyundai here, boys.
Good shit, bro.
Nice.
That live account, man. It's getting lethal.
Popping, bro. It's getting lethal.
And as I mentioned, man, like it's time to turn up. You know, whether you guys are, if you're stacking payouts in your funded accounts, like why not open a little live account? Like I'll take the 5,000 today. Like I'll just take it. I'll withdraw it today, just to have it on me. Right? That's the coolest part. I don't have to wait for 30 days. I don't have to wait till I hit a certain percentage. I don't have to split half of it with anyone or 90% of it. It's all mine. Right? So that's one of the cool parts about trading the live account. But look, the funded accounts do serve their purpose, man.
They do. You build up that capital for lower risk too.
Yep.
But it's like, you all kind of remember that fear we have of like, okay, what if next trade says a loss and I need like $100 for a next payout? You basically have $3,000, but you're like fearing now that you can't get it and it just doesn't make sense. Also, when consistency is hit, you make more, so you have to lose money in order to get paid, and it's like, it's a different game, definitely.
Yep.
It's not real trading, honestly.
Is this live stream free?
Part, yeah,
oh,
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Did you pay to get in? Hey! Someone check that guy. I don't think he paid to get in here. Where's the live from? Wherever you want it to be from. Just wherever you visualize me, I'll be there. What's a good live futures broker? I use Tradeovate. But I'm also on the lookout for better ones too. Quick breakdown, boss man. All right, let's run the breakdown here. So just pay attention real quick, whether you took the trade, didn't take the trade, just put your phone down for just a moment. Let's go through this trade, and then if you have any questions that I didn't answer, feel free to ask them. So what were we looking at here? So we started the day. We understood that we had a daily bearish bias, right? So we started the day. If you go back to our breakdown, you'll understand, or you'll see us talk about this resistance that's been formed, right? So if there's been a resistance that's been formed, then there's a very high probability that after this candle makes a top wick, it will continue down, possibly break the lows, and continue driving lower, right? So we understand, okay, we're bearish off the daily, right? And now we move over to the 4 hour. When we get to the desk, by the way, we drew this 4 hour time frame up almost to the T yesterday in Asian session while we were looking at this candle. So we talked about price coming right into this range over here and doing somewhat of a fake out, right? Look at this, gang. Clubhouse. Who was in Asian last night? I mean, come on. Like, did we not predict this? Did we not set this up for New York hours and hours and hours and hours ago? Like, look how good that actually worked out. So we understood that this move here, let me get rid of some of the arrows. This move here, let me get rid of all the arrows here, could potentially be our daily top wick, right? So we got 1 4 hour candle here, 1 4 hour candle there, right? That could potentially be our daily top wick. And when I say daily top wick, let me draw it out for you. Keep in mind, we talked about daily with resistance. Next candle comes up, makes a top wick, and then drives lower, right? So we're talking about that top wick being formed on candle number 1 and candle number 2. Right, and then obviously once this top wick is formed, it's gonna want to start to pull back now, right? So that means that this candle looked like this, and now it's gonna start pulling back. So what does that pullback start to look like, right? Well, it begins to look like this on the 4 hour chart, to where you now have a bearish resistance again. So now you have it on the daily, and now we have it on the 4 hour, right? So now this is our opportunity to continue see if we can drive lower into that range down there off of this fake out on the 4 hour chart. So stayed bearish pretty much the whole time. I was open for buys, right, based off the lower time frame, because we rejected early, right, on this candle. I think this was like pre-New York rejection. So from that time, we've just been moving up in New York session, right? But again, unless you actually break the high, when I say the high, I mean this one right here, unless you actually break that previous candle's high, you're still in position to move down, right, on the 4 hour candle. Again, it's just making what you would call a top wick. So staying bearish, right, remaining bearish as long as that candle starts to show some signs. Now we go down to the 1 hour, right? 1 hour, we see signs of rejection. So we see a very strong move out of here. Again, that's your 4-hour rejection originally, right? You see a nice move out of here, strong bullish candle, but look at the following candle, right? Not that strong. And look at the one after that, really not that strong at all either. So that's where we're looking to anticipate, okay, this could be the pullback for price to drive down and fill that wick right there. So 1 hour was the only time frame that was kind of against us, right, with like a bullish kind of closure there. Other than that, the 30-minute here looked perfect. So we marked off this range right here as support. We had this level of resistance, right? Candles rejected the highs 3 times in a row. We come down, we get a beautiful, and I mean beautiful. Anyone else get fired up about this type of stuff? I mean beautiful closure here, right? Right before 9:30, and then look at that. You have resistance, support here, and then you have wick to fill right there. And as you guys know, I always close 80% through the wick fill. So look at that. That would probably be about 80% through that wick fill, and then you get the rejection. So we talked about this whole entire move, last night in Asian session. But we talked about this entire move here today on the beginning of the live stream. We drew it up, we mapped it out, and we just waited patiently for it. And, it showed up. Again, it fell into our lap. We didn't have to go seeking and searching and desperately looking for it. It just showed up, right? So once it shows up, that's where we get involved, and beautiful move, beautiful move. Again, stops back in the range. If there's anything you can keep write down in your notebook, like let's say if you lost this trade here due to that tight stop, then keep in mind anytime you have that range, use that range to your advantage. I normally do that. I do not know what happened there. I do not know how I did not have my stop in that range, but normally I would put my stops above that overall support there, and usually price respects that zone. So that was my bad on this account. I should have had that a little bit up more, but just to take note, right? By the way, a lot of you guys have seen me do that already, so you didn't need me to do it today, right? Because you already seen me do that hundreds of times. So if you got caught up here today, then just note that. Put that in your notes on this trade. Anytime this happens, a breakout for that matter, try and keep the stops back above the range if you can. And usually that top wick will respect that, right? It'll kind of tap into the range and then just move down from there. So, yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. Any questions? I think that was extremely thorough breakdown. But if you guys have any questions on this, let me know.
That's why I stayed out of the original entry. I wanted to see the wick tap into that range and then
yeah, I feel you. Yep, I feel that.
It's all good.
So a lot of a lot of people ask, what's the perfect top wick? That one, right? So again, that if you close below the range, right, the next candle coming up to tap that range is the perfect top wick. Yep. Right? So same deal, even if it's down here, like in our case today, it was a little lower. That is the perfect top wick. So just try and judge your top wicks based off of that.
And that's why I wasn't in on the first entry. So
yeah, good idea though. If you stayed out of that first entry, wanting that steeper top wick, I mean it's really not a bad idea at all.
And like once the top wick tapped into that range, I placed a sell stop, but then I looked at the 30-minute and I seen like it's kind of right at support, so I deleted then. But yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yep.
Yeah, patience pays here again.
Yep. Slip break even a bit. Yep. A1. Would you categorize that as an onion in your journal? No, I'm actually gonna categorize that as a breakout. Yeah, because that's really what we waited on, was that 30-minute breakout here. So yeah, I'll categorize it as a breakout. Look at all that range we had. The 1 hour was the only scary time frame, as you had support right there, right? But other than that, 30 had a lot of range. 15 had a lot of range. So yeah, look how we filled it too. So yeah, good move. Now we're back in the chop. back in the chop. Sheesh.
You guys got blessed with 1 pip.
Yeah, some of us got blessed.
Power 1 pip, bro.
Yeah.
Could have easily been a red trade.
Let's go, Riz. Made a lot of money. That's what I want to hear. I see you got stopped out. How much money you got? A lot.
A lot. Or what a rejection now. Damn.
Luckily, or unluckily, I mean, I have my bracket set up, but I didn't move the bracket, you know, on the Tradeovate thing. So the bracket was like way up here. So once this thing like tapped my stop, and I looked over here, and I'm like, whoa, that bracket's way up. I had to bring it down. So I just put it right above the range there, and yeah, luckily it survived. Got stopped on the eval by a pip. Oof. When's your next trading session? Asian session tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're back at it. We back. Am I gonna get into another trade? I might. I'll probably let my live account sit since that's over 5K in profit. But like, I might take another one here on this these funded accounts. Yes, absolutely. Let's go. Yeah, the more you show up here, the better you'll begin to understand the markets. Like, try not to get so caught up in the day-to-day of your results, because again, every trade is gonna be completely random, especially when you're in the learning phase. Like, try not to get too caught up. You know, I have elite members now that I have been able to witness these guys quit their jobs, right? Walk away from their full-time jobs, make over 6 figures in money from trading alone, right? Payouts and whatnot. But some of them, and this is where I'm mentoring them now, because I've mentored them now on how to trade, how to view the markets, right? But some of them are bringing their old mindset and old mentality into their full-time trading game, right? So they have to understand that this is a different pond than this, right? So if this is your 9 to 5, right, and this is your trading, right, then these two games are played totally differently. So again, you can learn all about the technicals, right? And you can kind of work your 9 to 5 and your trading at the same time. But once you jump out of this, right, once you fire your boss, which every one of you should probably have a goal to fire your boss at one point or another. But once you fire your boss, that's it. There is no more guarantee, right? And again, this gives you guarantee. It gives you a steady paycheck. It gives you, show up and do some work and you'll get paid. So we're so used to going here. So our mentality is, I go to work, I get paid. I go to work, I get paid. I go to work, I get paid, right? If I don't go to work, I don't get paid. So you get paid for your hours, right? You trade hours for dollars. So when you X this out, right, and you come over here, there is no guarantee anymore, right? Nothing. So the thing is, a lot of times when you come from the 9 to 5 gig and start trading full time, you feel like you have to work to get paid, trade to get paid, right? But it doesn't work like that. So a lot of times, like when someone becomes a new full-time trader, they tend to blow it and have to go back to a job because they can't quite understand that one trade was enough. Well, Nick, it's only 9:55 in the morning. What do I do till 5? Well, whatever you want, basically, right? Like you get off of the desk. Like you're not at the job anymore. The techniques and methods that made you money here will not make you money over here, right? So a lot of times traders will feel very unproductive, right? But how can you make $5,000 and feel unproductive? Like you know that's a thing, right? Like you can make a trade for $5,000 and still feel extremely unproductive that day. So you got to get used to the fact that you're no longer trading hours for dollars. So you're now trading skill, right? So if you have skill, you can go in and hunt, right? So after your hunt, you can do whatever you want. So you don't have to feel unproductive anymore, because what happens is when you feel unproductive, you need to feel productive, right? So you stay in these markets and then you take this sell and then you take a buy and then you take a sell, and then what could have been a great day ends up being a break-even day or a losing day, or maybe it is a green day, but you're just doing too much, right? Like there's a little bit of like delusion, right, that comes with winning at high levels, right? And understanding that you really don't have to work that hard to make a whole bunch of money. Like you really don't. So like if any of you guys are cruising into this like full-time trader mode now, please don't start trading 9 to 5, right? Trade like 9 to 10. How about that? 9 to 10, 9 to 11, right? And then guess what? Go out, work on yourself, speak, like, you know, go work on your personal growth and development. Go, whatever you want. Speak to people, play sports, go golf, go spend time with your family, right? You don't need to feel like an unproductive loser making 2 G's in one day and then having nothing to do. So believe it or not, that's a struggle that a lot of traders, although they're successful, they deal with on a day-to-day basis. So like a lot of some of my mentoring now is like, how do we shift that mentality, right? So we need to get off the mentality that it took to win over here and then begin to apply what works over here. And again, less becomes more, right? More hours, more money. More hours does not guarantee more money here, right? Actually, less hours probably keeps you in the green a little bit more. So anyone cruising into that level or about to approach that level, even if you are making 6 figures a year, multiple 6 figures a year in trading, trust me, you can make 5 grand and feel like an unproductive loser. And then you'll go ahead and blow the 5 grand because you just had to work more. So don't get caught in that trap. It happens all the time to traders, all the time.
Nah, for real. We really have to shift that mindset from coming from a job, especially because we can't really trade hours for money here. It's really not how it works, because we can go in and take more trades and do more and more and more. Like, for example, in sales, you do more, you get more pay. But here, it's like doing more, you can take more losses too. So we really got to think specifically of what we're really going to do here, like taking quality trades instead of just the quantity of trades.
Yes, sir. Less is more, man.
Quality, baby, quality.
It is quality. Yo, look at that 15 on gold.
Goner. See, the 4 hours got to... So that's why I really only care about one 15-minute candle. So I made a point earlier about I don't care about the war or the politics or the speech. Like, I care a little bit, of course, right? But at the end of the day, all I need is a 15-minute candle, right? So I don't really need to care about what's going on the weekly and we're hitting a higher time frame trend. Like, I don't really need to know that, as long as like my system shows up and I can get 1 15 or 2 15-minute candles. I mean, that's all I need, and I'm done for the day. So try not to get so wrapped up in everything, right? Traders are always looking for like a million confluences. Like, just stick to like the 3 or 4 that you got, simplify the game at the highest level, and just trade, right? Just trade the good setups. She gone, man. Wow.
4-hour closure right at resistance.
Cool. Fire closure, huh?
Yup, look at that 4 hour, man. Just insane. Just a nasty 4 hour candle. Even just starting with this guy here, right? I don't know when that was, but yeah, yesterday just been ranging quite a bit.
Yeah, for real. Nick, what would you say on that daily time frame? We're staying above range. Would you think we're kind of staying above that previous range we left there?
Oh, this one here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll see what we want to do. But yeah, anything above like 24 here probably remains bullish.
Exactly, yeah. Probably coming up there.
Off new support now.
Yeah.
I like the sells below that resistance too.
Yeah, because we're like right at resistance too.
Yeah. I'm still lurking. I didn't get a trade, so.
Bum, bum, bum.
Lurking.
He's lurking. Clubhouse is doing phenomenal here. I see more profits rolling in here, so more payouts. This is what we want to see, more and more payouts. I'm sure we got some payout requests coming in here as well today after that trade, so congrats. I think we're creeping on 300,000 for the month of February. I don't know if we cracked it just yet, but we're sitting right at about $300,000 in payouts. So congrats to the Clubhouse. Look at this, another one coming in from Tony. Yeah, they add up. Little 8K here from is this from Lucid? Yeah, Lucid? Yeah, nice 8K. 37,000 total payouts from other prop firms this month. Anybody want to make $37,000 a month? There you go. We got another one, 4th payout. Let's go. 2,500. Nice, man. Nice. Nah, this squad is in flow state for real.
Yeah.
Look, we never let off the gas. Right, where sometimes like people will take these big breaks for the New Year's and all that. Like, we stepped away for a couple days max, right? So there's no surprise why. Look at all these payouts. Like, they just continue to run in. Like, this is just like this week over the last 5 days, thousands and thousands. So amazing. We got something really special going on inside the clubhouse. Again, the association and being together like all the time helps out a lot. Staying around like-minded people and not being on like a man on an island. I think that really helps. And just the consistency. I mean, we're together all the time. So it's a constant reminder every session to follow the plan. Follow the plan. Gold flip bullish? I think so. Clubhouse doing big things. Yes, sir. Oh, yo, actually, Clubhouse, you got, if anyone's looking to join the Clubhouse, you got about 5 days before that pricing goes back up. Yeah, so it's going to go back up here. We're keeping the OG pricing for now. So if there's ever been a time, gang, our setups, our playbook really work the best in March, April, May, and June, and July. Like, so we are about to run into so much success here based off of what we've seen over the last like 4 years. And we are literally, I mean, I'm not even lying. We are literally just getting started this year. Hasn't even
For real.
Yeah, it hasn't even turned up yet. So February, baby, February. It's a good month.
Yes, sir, brother.
Oh, yes, I did forget about September, October, and November. Yeah, I wanted to save the best months, for like later.
Bro, talking about just getting started. I love what Top 1 Futures also put up yesterday on like Instagram. Shared it on my story too. That picture just sent there. It's like, imagine you're actually there. Like, oh my goodness, bro. You got all that left.
Yeah. I read something. It said we are 13% through 2026. Let me ask you something, and don't answer in the chat. Just answer and be honest with yourself. How many of you guys set goals in the new year, and 13% of the way through, you have given up on those goals, or you have slacked off on those goals, or you have forgotten completely about those goals? You don't have to admit it. I know there's a bunch of people. Lock back in. Lock in or clock in, gang. This is your year. Don't let any little mishaps or little, things interfere with the life that God has called you to live in this next 10 months. Really get it together, lace the sneakers back up, and get back on track. We're only 13% through. You can do better than that, right? Lock in. You got plenty of time. The time will work, right? It will work for you or against you. The choice is yours based off of your daily habits and actions. So don't let up, gang. Don't let up. I'm here to give you that friendly reminder. Just get back on top of it. It's okay to, get off a little bit, but you got to course correct, right? There's an airplane. If it needs to go here, believe it or not, it actually flies like this. So it never flies straight through, right? It's always course correcting itself. It's always making these little movements, and that's what we have to do with our trading as well, right? Because if this plane didn't course correct, it can all of a sudden end up over here, right? Maybe it'll get to that area, but it won't get to that same airport, will it, right? So make sure that you're always getting back on course. It's okay to like drop the ball for a day, but man, try not to go 2 in a row or too many in a row. I lost access to the clubhouse due to the migration. I put the discount code. Okay, email us. We'll help you out. We'll get it all set up for you right now. Send us an email, info@timetoeattrading.com, and we'll get it switched over for you. Uh-oh. Big bang, and now kid crying. Sounds like Maverick, too, so it must have been hard. What would you guys recommend? Evals, funded, or live? All of them. It all depends on what season in your trading that you're in. From the way I see it. So if you got those 3 type of accounts, like what trader works best with each type? So you're gonna have let's say your eval. If you are a new trader or a beginning trader, or let's just say you're new to this trading style and you want to commit to it, then I would work evals a little bit, right? They're cheaper. You don't have to pay too much to learn. Again, if you're still in the learning phase, why go put $5,000 or $10,000 into a live account or buy an instant funded account when you're still working on your game. You know what I mean? So again, go follow me on, if you guys haven't followed me on Instagram yet, go follow me on IG. Like, watch the story that I posted yesterday, but fall in love with like the learning phase a little bit, right? So what do you do in the learning phase? You want to learn for cheap. You don't want to spend too much money to learn. So stick to the evals, right? Once you begin to stack up some green and some green days and green weeks, and look, maybe you even get a payout, right? You're starting to get green, get better as a trader. Maybe you get a payout and you take half of that payout and you invest half of that payout into an instant funded account. So now that costs a little bit more, but now you don't have to pass an eval and you're straight in the game, right? So again, if you can pull this off and continue to trade well, now you're going to stack up multiple payouts. And then what I would do is I would just start to put a percentage of your payouts into this live account. Again, you got to be trading good though. Like, you got to be seeing green. You got to be trading well, right? And then you move from account to account to account. So that's what I would do. Yeah, it's basically depends on the level of trader you are and where you're at. So on a scale of 1 to 10, right? 10 being you don't need any help, you're profitable every week. Man, go with a live account. Use your skill to make a whole bunch of money. If you're anywhere between like 1 and 5, then probably stick to evals, and anywhere between 5 and 10, rock instant fundeds and live accounts. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah, good advice, bro.
That's what I would do. Website. What about the website? I forgot what we were talking about there. What time does Asian start in the clubhouse? It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m.
Hopefully we see you there.
Yeah, you see, earning my next. These guys are hilarious. Earning my next instant funded from the eval. See that in the XFA first. So not a bad idea to earn it, right? Every time you earn it, it just so much more rewarding anyway. All right. Let's see what time we got, ladies and gents. 10 a.m. Let's take a look at NQ here. Anyone else got any good questions? I'll stick around for some good questions. If not, I got a smoking hot wife in the living room and 4 amazing children that are looking to see daddy here pretty soon. But you guys are very important to me, so I will answer any questions that you guys have. And if you don't have any, we get it moving here. What was I gonna do? Somebody asked me to do something. Oh yeah, target tapped on NQ. Let's take a look. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, daily coming into target, 4 hour. Let me give you guys a fresh top-down analysis here on NQ. So again, daily moving up, still like no lower wick, no actual breakout of the range either, right? There's been no closure here above at all. So again, we're filling the range. That's where this candle can begin to just pop back down now, right? So let's see what that looks like on the 4 hour. 4 hour time frame is loading. Awkward. There we go. 1 hour. No, nothing. All right. I guess there we go. Project X. All right. Anyway, 4 hour close with no top wick. So very, very close to resistance here. So closing with no top wick. We still got no lower wick on the previous candle. 1 hour also a bit overextended. So yeah, the sells are beginning to look pretty good here. Let's take a look at the 30 minute. 30 minute also coming down here as well. 15. Yeah, you need a resistance. Like, so maybe if you get a closure on the 15-minute time frame here, it looks pretty good. If you don't like that, then maybe look towards the 30-minute closure. But I would say, yeah, we should come back down at some point. And where will we come back down into? Probably like right around these ranges here. So we got, some stuff going on here. Stuff here. So I'd say right down into like 34, 25234 here. You could probably expect a move back down to. So that would be my partials. Full TP would be down here at like 59. And yeah, that would be the pullback I'd look for. I wouldn't really be interested in any buys here until you get an actual pullback first. So if you want to be a part of the pullback, there's never been a better time. Daily tap target. 4 hour tap target with no wick, 1 hour coming down, 30 minute looking to move down as well. 15 closure should do the trick there. So if you want to wait for the 30 though, that's fine too. Thanks for going live every day. You're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. Thanks for being grateful. Okay. Can you kindly explain the pack runner and the fade? The pack runner is simply like when you have a candle, like let's say you got a breakout candle and that candle looks good, but it's got no bottom wick. A lot of times what'll happen is price will come down to make that lower wick. So not every time, but a lot of times you'll get a candle that comes down, wicks into there, and then ultimately starts pushing up. So sometimes we like to look for that pack runner when we don't have the low, especially I think we were looking for that on gold at some point, right? Oh no, that was last night in Asian session. So there was really good buys taken. You see right here. Well, some of us were waiting for that low right there, that pack runner to get grabbed, but we didn't grab it. So, but most times, like you will see something like that where the move gets the low gets grabbed and then price continues to head up. So, yeah. And then the fade is something that if you're in the targeted area. So let's say the resistance is sitting up here, and a lot of times what'll happen is this candle will give you, it'll give you like a steep top wick, right? And let's say we got I like to use a little bit of observation zone, so I could explain that too at another time, or jump into the clubhouse. There's a full course on all of these concepts, like broken down like in like 6 minutes, really clean. But what the fade is like if we start trying to attempt to fill that wick, right? But we don't, so we kind of come up and fail, like, and we start doing stuff like this, then chances are there's a pullback coming, right? So what I like to do is enter, if there's volume coming in, enter on the break of those previous lows, basically calling the top, calling the top with confirmation though, right? So break of the low there, and then, yeah, I'll look for like any sort of resistance to the left where we can tap back into. So, yeah. The fade, baby. The fade is becoming extremely popular. Extremely popular.
It's hot. It's getting hot again.
It's getting hot. I remember when we first came up with the fade, all the other people from the other streams, they were like, what are they doing? What's that fade thing? Oh my God. Remember that?
Yo, I think July or June or something was the most like fade month. Like we took like, I don't even know.
We were just straight fading.
Yeah, a lot of fades.
And you know what's so cool?
Fade.
We took our time to sample size that move. So we displayed it in front of thousands of people, had to sample size, had to collect data, had to do it in steps too. Like there's steps to the game, right? First there's noticing it and then watching it. So you watch first, right? You collect the data there, and then you start to get in on it, right? With small size, SS, right? And then you collect data in between watching it and executing with small size. If you can run up 100 trades, right, you're going to get a win rate. So I think our win rate at that time was like 72 or 74 or something % on the fade. So we introduced it, and then that's when we started trading it, like for real, sizing into it and all that stuff. And the fade has been a blessed trading setup. So this is how you sample size. It took me 1 minute to explain that. It took me 9 months to apply it.
Yeah.
So again, give yourself time to win. Give yourself time to grow. Everyone gets inspired by the movie, right? When a guy comes back. Who likes a good underdog movie? Anyone? He's all messed up and he gets his victory taken away and he gets injured or something happens and he builds himself back up and he comes back, right? And that scene, man, you got to love that scene where the guy just coming back and he's just working and grinding and working. The issue is that scene took you about 2 minutes to watch, but in reality, it could take you 2 years, right? In reality, it took the guy 2 years to battle back. But when you watch it in a movie and it takes 2 minutes, right? You're like, well, why don't I have success right now, right? Well, you don't realize things take time, dude. It's not a movie. It is a movie, but it don't work. It's not a movie.
Yeah, for real. They don't see the underlying work. It's like you're basically looking like an overnight success. You too, like Nick. Right now, you're looking like an overnight success. You're just being successful from one day to another.
Anyone who just met me is
10
like
years.
Exactly. Like anyone who just met me and did not see what John's seen all his life is like, yeah,
Damn.
I mean, overnight success, right? But it just don't work like that.
It really doesn't. Everyone who got results, it's probably it's probably from doing something that most people didn't do.
Hell yeah.
In silence.
Yep.
Sir. That's how it be.
Boom, 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 boom.
What do you do when no one's looking?
Where Where's my stuff here? Yeah. All right. I think we're good. Let's see here. Any more questions? What's the move on NQ? It doesn't look like there's NQ was the shorts. Yeah, if you can look, maybe get these shorts here on a 15 or a 30-minute closure, not looking bad. Gold is chalked here. No more gold today. Absolutely chalked. Look at that. Just disgusting. So that's it. I think I'm ending my day right here. Nothing to do. Money's already been made. Trades already been taken. Now it's time to chill, right? Remember, we don't need to be productive all day long when it comes to trading. We need to take 1 or 2 good trades according to the system, get our win or loss, and then hightail it. We're gone here.
Consistency, bro. Yep.
Like Tommy said, 1 2 trades a day. That's it.
Oh yeah. It's consistency that gets rewarded at the end of the day here.
Definitely.
All right, G's. That's it for me.
Man.
Yes, sir. I've enjoyed my time with here with y'all today. John and Magnus, thanks for being with me. Chat, I hope you guys learned something today.
Sure,
and
brother.
if you made money on the trade, spam a W on the way out, sub to the channel, and like the stream. And we'll see you guys back here tomorrow. And Asian Sesh is on like Donkey Kong. So Clubhouse, we'll see you in Asian.
Bye.
If you guys want to
Peace
join
out,
the
chat.
most
Mad love.
disciplined professional trading group on the internet, then come join us in the Clubhouse. Come visit us, timedtrading.com. Check us out. See what we're up to on a day-to-day, and lock in with the winners, man. Lock in or clock in, my friends. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys mañana.
You
Mad
too,
love.
man.
Peace,
Let's lock in.
Catch y'all.
Peace and love.
A2000.
We gone. Adios, amigos. Much love. We out.
OCOEE. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Hey. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I want my dog. Ay, birds of a feather, we gon' fly together. Ay, we gon' rock forever like it's heavy metal. I ain't Christopher Columbus, I would never settle. I ain't Lewis, I ain't Clark, I would never settle. God told me I'm Olympic, for real. Ay, seek the kingdom while you simping, for real. Why you talking, you should listen, for real. All this jaywalking got me limping, for real. Hey, jaywalking, hey, Jesus walking, hey, Jesus talking. Yo, big faith, yeah, I need a whole lot of that way, where I'm about to go like amigo. Can't see the vision that you can't be me amigos. I call up my girl and then we pull up to the Rego. That's the only time we pay to see you acting way different. Way different. Same book, but the page different. The page different. Is it cliche to say I'm lane switching? Well, I'm lane switching. Hold on, let me put my turning signal on, so they see me coming. They still can't see me coming. Only 2 things that I need is peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from up. They like, how he, who he, what is this? Hey, my studio is wherever I sit. Hey, I plug in the microphone and there you hear that click. Click, 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 click. Click, click, click. It's a hit. Hey, way it hit them like, whoa, man. Hey, make them do the uh-oh, man. Hey, how you just came up with whoa, man. Flow electric, this is not a slow dance. Not a slow dance. We come together and we pray and hold hands. He give grace, so wherever grace lands. He paid the price, ain't have no escape plan. Yeah, no plan. Yeah, no plan. Actually, his plan was the plan, so he planned it. Ayy, set the bar high, he the code, so I scanned it. Ayy, we saving souls on the campus. Ayy, but this ain't no religion, we ain't following your antics. Ayy, thank you, Lord, I should like a praying mantis. Enemy just tryna see me sink Titanic. Never out, but I'm outlanded. Even when I'm out, soon as I land. Back to the beach, back to the sand. Is back to the... Only 2 things that I need is peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. how it is, I don't beat around the bush. Yeah, made it look easy, wasn't easy as it looks. Nah, hill got steep, we ain't need a little push. Back up, hard to believe you can see under the hood. Go ahead and look, yeah, let's go. Roll up in a new one, sounding like a bazooka. See me and they froze, I'm calling the whip Medusa. Willy Wonka paint, they saltier than Veruca. Even with a new tux, promise it wouldn't suit ya. Whoa, put my family on the payroll, I can't do this on my own.
Said they had a message for me, told them leave it at the tone.
Nowadays I spin the globe just to see where I should go.
Hey, the kid is hopscotching, doing numbers on the road. Doing numbers at the shows, put your number in my phone. I don't miss, I just reload. If I did, I might explode. Got the glue up on the door, guess I'm sticking to the code. Think I need it, but I don't. Got these bars all in the whip, yeah, it's like I'm on patrol. Got my hand on everything, it's never out of my control. They've been giving me some praise, if you do, I'm not opposed. Not the one that you should worship, I got someone you should know.
Tell them how it is, I don't beat around the bush. Yeah, made it look easy, wasn't easy as it looks. Nah, hill got steep, we ain't need a little push. Back up, hard to believe you can see under the hood. Go ahead and look, yeah, let's go.
Pull up in the old one, looking like I'm a no one. I don't got a dress to impress, they already know us. Know a couple cold ones, take one to no one. Only ever call when they need me, I ain't a tow truck.
Heard you got 2 favorites in your phone cause you don't have time.
One is for my girl and the other for the tax guy.
Multi-million ops and megabytes, you know I'm that guy.
Probably got 100 milli sitting on a flash drive.
Whoa, yeah, this got me in the zone. Now I'm coming for the throne. Guess I must have overthrown. Now they blowing up my phone while me tossing them a bone. Everything they getting told, always going over heads. Damn, must have overthrown. Hesitating, no I don't. No, my feet are never cold. Even when the ground is froze, I'ma keep them on their toes. They been giving me some praise. If you do, I'm not opposed. Not the one that you should worship, I got someone you should know. Tell them how it is, I don't beat around the... None of them a Camry. Foresight, even when I can't see. Let's go, hey, yeah. Count me out, now I'm counting up. Want me down for the count, but I'm rounding up. Up the mountain, what you mean? I don't amount to much. Copy everything I do, I show them how it's done. Talking on my name, that's the usual. Don't like what I'm doing, that's okay, the feeling's mutual. I don't want these people at my funeral. Nah, smiling to my face, the way you hate is inexcusable. No security, this on attack, dog. This really the view, it's not a backdrop. It's not. This really the show, it's not a flash mob. It's not. Getting lapped, yeah. Did it off a laptop. One girl really understand me. 2 phones, this one for the family. 3 cars, none of them a Camry. Foresight, even when I